What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? I'm doing a quick client design for you all for a 10-minute template, and hopefully this will help you out just a little bit. All right, let's see. We're going to do a graduation design out of this tie-dye template. So let's see what our requirements are for this one. And I apologize, I'm not going to be able to go through this one as thorough as I normally do. Normally I take a 10-minute design and make it an hour-long video for you all, but this is a rush job, so we need to go ahead and get this one in. I'm going to go ahead and disengage the artwork here. Here we go, and let's go ahead and we'll keep pretty much take off the photos in the box, all of that good stuff, and we're just going to keep the paint splashes for this one, and then we'll do a file save as. And then this is going to be a graduation. And I just want y'all to see how versatile a lot of these templates are. Like, even if you see it as one thing, you can reimagine it. All right, so this one we have some photos to do, so I'm going to go ahead and go to remove.bg, pull that on up, and I'm going to pull our photos straight from our folder, so our Explorer here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to take photo 1, drop it in, and if we run into any issues, we can handle those as we go. Photo 3, and there should be one more photo. Photo 1 there. So I believe this one has a total of 3 photos. Beautiful. So we'll go ahead and download these. And what I do, I have the subscription for Remove BG, so I download the HD version, so that because we're printing all overs, if they are a high resolution image, then that works for me, because the higher quality in is higher quality out. So garbage in is garbage out. So if you can do higher quality photos, that's my suggestion, because it'll always impress your clients more. You don't want to have to give excuses to why something looks fuzzy or just doesn't have a great appeal to it. If you think that something's going to come out as, you know it's garbage in and garbage out, then at least request. This is how I kind of transfer that liability. I tell a customer, hey, this image is a little pixelated. Can you send me a better version of it? Because I want your quality, I want your product to come out quality. So if they say, hey, no, that's all I got, work with it, then at least at that point in time, they understand it's the liabilities on them, because they could not produce a better quality photo to start with. If you don't say anything to them and you just accept what they have and you go and try to make a product off of it, then the liability is on you, because you didn't set the customer up to understand that you could have done better if you had a better quality image. And if you're doing all of this work to make these really extravagant, beautiful designs, why not create something that when that person wears it, plenty of people are going to stop them and ask them where they got it from, right? Okay, let's take our 3 photos. I'm going to hold down Control so I can select multiple photos, 1, 2, and 3. Drag it onto the artboard, drop it like it's hot onto the artboard, hit Enter to lock in my transformation. I'm going to reduce this one a little bit. That's probably going to be our main image. And this one, I may have to adjust the levels just a little bit, because it looks a little muddy. And I can't really see the colors of the school here. So let me see if they are, this is Swainsboro, so this is a gold and black. All right, so we're gonna go with that yellow and black tie-dye look. That's gonna be cool. All right, so before we do anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and go to our gradient fill here, and you notice that this is just an adjustment layer. So I'm gonna duplicate that layer because I like the CMYK look, so I'm gonna leave it there, and then I'm gonna adjust the other gradient. So since we're going with the yellow and black look, I'm gonna just change these colors, and I don't really like the white because it's washed out, so I'm gonna put a little gray in there. And then of course, let's take this yellow here, we'll replace that cyan, and I'll delete that cyan, do the same thing here, yellow replaces cyan, and delete the cyan. So now I'm going to do black here as well. And I'm going to move this off to the side so I can see what this looks like. And it kind of gives me this, this quarter rotated look. So I like that. All right. Reminds me of like cross colors or something. And if I want this black to be a little bit bigger, then I can increase the area where the black is and decrease the area where the yellow is. There we go. So we have our black and yellow. I'm not sure. I think we're going to go with a yellow gold and not just like a yellow yellow. However, Quantavious, if you happen to be online for me, let me know if this is a like lemon yellow like this, or you want more of a golden yellow or a Vegas gold. All right. So in the meantime, I'm going to leave it as yellow just so we can go ahead and get everything else going. My splashes here are all different colors, but if I want the splashes to be one color, a simple trick that I can do is just add that color. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make this into a smart color. Y'all always tell me y'all want me to show you how to do the smart color thing, so let's right click. As a matter of fact, let me delete this layer mask. I'm going to right click and I'm going to make this a smart object, but before I do, let me rename it. I'm going to rename this smart color. Then I'm going to right click, convert it to a smart object. All right, so now you see how it looks. That's exactly my smart color version. Now that it is a smart color, I can drag and drop it above my splashes. Right there, right click, and choose to create a clipping mask. Now, right now, let's go ahead and choose the blend mode to normal. See how it recolored it normal? And I want to flip-flop this. So I'm going to take this, Control T, for my smart colors layer. And I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees just so that it kind of flips it for me. Oh, you know what? No, I need to change this 90 degrees because I have 4 quadrants. So there we go. Now it kind of puts the black on top of the yellow, yellow on top of the black. Cool beans. So we rotated that, and this is pretty much the basis of everything. Let me turn on my layers for the guide so I can make sure that I stay in my printable area. And I think this image is going to be our main image. It's beautiful, high resolution. I think this will work for everything we need it to work for. And of course, you know, I'll do my fading off and stuff. And this beautiful picture here, I'm thinking it'll go to the right because I will have to fade off less. And photo number 2, we'll bring it over here. Make it a little bit larger. Definitely has the school logo, and she has on her graduation stuff, so that should be a main focus. Now, it looks like we may need to add a little more contrast in here. I'm not sure. I think that we need to lighten this photo up and then add more contrast in this one. And y'all know typically with the 10-minute template kind of rush job, I'm probably not going to do all of this, but when I do the lives, I like to show you all what it is that your customer may expect out of you. Even if you don't have those Photoshop skills just yet, you can easily learn these real quick, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and fade these off. Let me turn off the front photo just in case I move them around. I don't want to see any hard edges. So I added a layer mask. I have my brush here. Black is loaded because black conceals and white reveals. And you see I'm just brushing these edges off until I no longer see those little hard edges because I can't stand them. And I have to do this for each photo. So this photo here, photo number 2, adding a layer mask, and I'm just going to fade it off just because one shoe was in there and one wasn't. So I'm just going to fade it off as if it was just a top image anyhow. Let's bring back photo number 1. Same thing, add a layer mask. And let's fade off from the shoulders. No hard lines. I see a little hard line right here on the shoulder. Let me get rid of that. Perfect. Let's zoom out a little bit, see what we're looking like. And this one only requires a name to be on here. So, oh no, we have the tigers as well. So let me see if I can go back a second and pull that tiger logo in. So that would be my done. There's the logo there. So that's why I was thinking this might need to be Vegas gold, but we'll see. And pull that behind everything. And y'all know me, I like to do stuff like make the logo all big and watermark it and whatnot. So especially when you're doing it all over, it just makes it look interesting to have some kind of abstract visual interest there. And then I'm going to make this opacity be a little bit lighter so it kind of blends in the background inconspicuously. Let's take off the main logo. We'll probably bring up front to put with the name of the school and make it smaller. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring up another file. I think I just did this one. All right, love, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna bring in some elements from another file just so you can see if you wanted to remix files, you can. See if I can pull it up here. This is, now I'm pulling up two large files at a time, so hopefully y'all won't experience any lag on this other end. Hey loves, for any inquiries of things of anything that we do, such as, you know, printing and that sort of thing, if y'all have any services that you all want to offer, we have a business partner program for that. But to do anything that undercuts our business partners. So if you would, you can, you know, personally inbox that sort of stuff, but we can't advertise that because that does undercut our personal business partners, which we do have some business partners that can press the shirts for you. You just need to email us on the website at innatelabstaff@gmail.com, or you can just send us a contact us online. Okay. And that's just fair because we actually have business partners that are allowed to print our templates. If you see, you're only allowed to print this stuff up yourself. If you plan on having anyone else print it or design for you and that sort of thing, it requires a special license. and our business partners have those licenses. They paid to have those licenses. So if it involves any of our stuff, any of our templates, you pretty much have an agreement when you download the files not to have anyone else print this type of work. You can't have transfers done, send artwork to anyone else and that sort of thing, because that's technically sharing the art files. So when you do this sort of stuff, you definitely want to make sure that you're either printing it yourself or using one of the approved vendors that have the licensing to print using our templates. Now, if you're not printing using our templates, you absolutely can use any one that you want. All right, just want to make sure that we're clear on that stuff. That's the stuff I don't like to talk about. I like to be talking about designing, but you know, business is business. All right, so since I have this already, I'm actually going to take this class of all this text right here off of this graduation template and boop, drag it onto this tie-dye template. And I'm going to drag it right to the front so we can see it. Where it is, I don't know. I don't see it right now. And for some reason, this is not showing up. I think I might be stressing this thing out. Let's see. Let me make sure I save this. And something's going on with this. Is not showing up at all. So let me close out of this file. Nope, not saving anything. And I'm actually gonna, when Photoshop does this, normally it's something going on where you're stressing the system out and it either scratch disk is full or something to that effect. So I'm gonna close out, say yes, I wanna save. And I'm gonna open it back up and see if my text shows up. Because it's not like I have the visibility turned off, so it's just tripping right now. All right, open it back up. Now, what is going on with this? Because it's not showing anything in this layer. That is quite odd. I haven't seen that happen before. Nope, nothing in this whole folder is showing up, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't want to take up too much time to mess with it though. So I'll just go ahead and type in my new little text. I was just trying to show you how I can bring something from one template to another, but obviously that isn't quite working. And I know I deal with some issues sometimes when I'm streaming, but I haven't seen that issue before yet. All right, let's see. We want to go back to where our text was. I'll go ahead and get rid of that layer. I'm just trying to make this file a little bit smaller for the customer because I'm going to go ahead and give them this template as well. All right, and like I said, for these colors, I'm thinking we're gonna go more with that gold. So I'm actually open the gold, and this is how I do kind of my color testing. I'll take an image like this logo and drag it over to that layer, at least temporarily, and pick my colors from there. So I'll double click on the gradient for the smart color here, and each instance of the yellow I'm going to replace with this gold here. Okay. And then if it intended to do a yellow gold or anything else, then I can change that color as well. Once the smart color has been updated, we're just going to give it a moment to update here on the template. You see it recolored everything automatically. Yes, absolutely. I do it all the time. I drag and drop things from one template to the next because in my head, if I already, like I know I already had that one set up on the other template. Now let me see if I can, try it again and see. It might just be because I'm doing this live stream and it's stressing Photoshop out on the system. It may be giving me a little issue because I've never had it to where it won't show. Oh, okay, let's see. Update. Let's try that again. Let's take the whole text folder and I'll drag it and drop it right here on the artboard. And it's just something going on with that. Oops, I just deleted something I didn't mean to. And as a matter of fact, let me just try just this area right here. If I pick it up, drag it and drop it. Oh, you know what it's probably doing? I bet if I go back to it, I bet it was somewhere off my artboard. I guarantee it. Because now that I see it was picking up this too, that's the problem. So let me grab this one with my smart color there. Class of with the smart color here. That's what it is. It's dragging it off somewhere. Something's linked. That's what it is. So let me show you. If I drag and drop it back on here, I'm going to zoom all the way out and I'm going to do Control T. That's where it is. It came all the way up. I was going to say I've never seen that before. It was just off the board. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better now that I don't have to rework that. Then I don't feel shame because I'm telling y'all you can do something I can't show you. I always say I can show you better than I can tell you, but that time that wasn't necessarily true. All right, so I can get rid of that old little logo there. Okay, and then we'll stick with this one with the text here. And that way my elements are already there. All I have to do is change out the name. So I'm going to right click where the name is, go to that particular layer, double click on the T. And let me go to my order here so I can copy and paste the name. I don't like to retype names if it's at all avoidable because that's a chance for human error. We do Control T. I'm going to transform and stretch this out a little bit. Make it a little bit taller too. Since this one is only a first name. And it's still got those smart colors on there, which happen to be the same colors as in the background here. And pretty much I can go ahead and save this for proof now because I can turn off my guidelines here. And then also y'all asked me how to turn off these temporary guidelines. You go to View, Show, and then you can go to Guides and it'll take the guides off. All right, so this is what we're going to prove to the customer right now. We'll go to Save As. And as a matter of fact, let's go to Save as a Copy. And we'll do a JPEG just so it'll flatten everything on out. and we'll go on and proof that to a customer. Now, some of you have been asking me, well, what do I do if my artwork, let's say you have different style sleeves, or your sleeves might be a little longer, or you're not using 21Ms or vapor shirts. What I encourage you to do is this box print, and I'm about to do it right now. So I'm going to turn off this, and then I'm going to make my own, well, let me turn it back on for a second. I'm going to make my own box here. That's pretty much going to encapsulate the sleeve area and then still allow me to line up my sides. So I'm going to use the add layer here. And I'm basically going to make this to where it's going to be a box instead of this, more contour t-shirt cut. So I'll turn off that. Everything is in my group here. And then I'm just going to make a layer mask for it. You see that? So now if I print this, I can pretty much ensure that even if my sleeves don't have the same angle or my shoulder doesn't have the same angle, I'm still able to recognize where the top and bottom is. I can see the sides. I'm, not wasting up all this ink on the side here, but it allows me to get up to a 4X with this type of print. So again, I'm going to save a copy as a JPEG there. And I'm going to save over the existing one because this one's going to be printed up to a 4X. So that'll save me from having to do a really big print. And then if I'm going to screenshot this for the customer, let me go ahead and type in my snipping tool. Sometimes y'all ask me how to do a screenshot real quick. You can do one with the Windows, but you can also use this, I think Macs have this snipping type of tool too. And I'm just going to screen capture this area. It automatically copies it there, so I can just paste it in the email and ask, is this good to print? And you want to get this in writing from your customers so that if anything ever happens where maybe something was misspelled or anything like that, you have in writing that somebody says, yes, print as is, it's ready to go. Okay? That saves you a lot with your clients as well. That communication is definitely key. Right. Oh, those shoes were there because we were changing the color to that. All right, so I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and make sure the rest of the art is ready. And I think this one's already been proofed, so I'm not even going to save that one. It was already good. And that's it. Let me know if y'all have any quick questions. Otherwise, I'm closing this one out. I'm waiting on the customer response right now so we can get this one rush printed and sent out. Y'all know graduation season is rough on us. They come to us last minute and they need not only perfection, but they want to see these cool designs too. So we're coming through for them right about now. And I see y'all coming through too, because I see y'all on Etsy pushing these template designs for the stoles and the matching shirts. And I will tell you this, if somebody asks you to design a stole, if you do the 125 class template that I just showed y'all, go ahead and show them the shirt too. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to make a shirt sale with a stole sale. Or if you're just doing the shirts, show them the mock-up with the stole as well. And about half of the time, they'll do a stole even if they didn't anticipate buying one, just because they see it with the t-shirt. All right, so that's all I have time for today, y'all. I love y'all, appreciate y'all dearly. I'm going to be hosting class tomorrow, our makeup class from Sunday. So we'll be doing that class tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna show you real quick what we're working on for that. I think you all may have seen it already on the Facebook group, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull that over for you. Hopefully, can I get in there? Because I'm not even logged into Facebook on this computer, so I can't show you that. But I can show you our mock-up for that. Academy 132 is this course. So if you're new to Photoshop, you can absolutely join us. You'll get everything that you need to do it. It definitely is not going to be something that you'll be discouraged as long as you come with your homework. And your homework is really just to come knowing what initials you want to put on the template, okay? So this is what we're working on. It is a combination file that will automatically create a pattern for you once we set it up, okay? So once you set it up, it's going to make a pattern that we can put on the tie. We have a pocket square, cufflinks, and socks that we're going to do for this one. So you'll get a mock-up file, but then you're also going to get the printable template file, okay? And if you look at the video that we posted, what was it, Saturday? It shows you how I created all this from scratch. Of course, you're doing none of that from scratch. The purpose of the class is to learn how to design your monogram, learn how to apply it as a pattern, and then also how to apply the mock-up. So coming to class, we're going to have a printable file and a mock-up for that class tomorrow at 8 p.m. All right, and we'll have that one loaded up tonight because we can't post the classes more than 24 hours in advance because we have to keep the registration tight for those classes. So you will see that available tonight. Of course, if you are a $60 Academy member, the course is free because you'll be able to access a coupon code to use towards the course. If you're a $30 member, you can use your 67% off coupon code to attend the live class. And if you're just wanting to wait till after the class is recorded and just have access to the template and the pre-recorded class, give it a couple days. It'll show up as a pre-recorded class and you can still use your coupon code towards the pre-recorded class, and it'll be cheaper than doing the live class. Okay. All right, my loves, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all dearly. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Bye.